Ronell Nolan, President, CEO, Health Agents for America, coming to you live this Monday. And I have a whole lot of things to say. First thing I want to address, and we've talked about this before, is Texas. Blue Cross of Texas refuses to pay commissions on any individual who had a direct contract at any time. They refuse to add an agent or broker. I have reached out several times to the contact I was given without even the courtesy of a response. I continue to work on Blue Cross of Texas, and shame on them. I also received an email from one of our members in New Hampshire. Anthem and Harvard Pilgrim refused to pay during the SEP. Now, President Biden created this SEP. It wasn't something that was, just pulled out of the air. This was something that is federal law, and they refused to pay during the SEP. I am looking for who I should reach out, and I have talked to CMS about this. And again, shame on Anthem and shame on Harvard Pilgrim. We work hard. We're doing a lot during this SEP and with the new American Rescue Plan that was released and signed into law without getting paid extra money. We do it because we love what we love what we do. The other state I want to talk about is Louisiana. Louisiana is filing a bill to create a state exchange. My problem with that is that this has not been researched. The parties have not met. We have not sat down to see if this was a good idea. It appears the person that the commissioner's been talking to could possibly be an insurance agency. That was the name that I was given. I'm still doing research there. I have met with the author, Representative Ilk, and asked that we turn this into a study resolution. So I encourage you to reach out to your legislator. Let them know that this could be a good thing for Louisiana. It could be a very bad thing for Louisiana. But this is something that needs to be studied. This would replace the federal marketplace and would create Obamacare for Louisiana. So let's move on to California. California says the new premium subsidy boost could test their ACA exchange system. I think it could test CMS too. Now, this is supposed to happen 4/1. They're hoped to be ready 4/1 when they flip the switch. We hope that it works, and know that every client, you're going to have to go in and reapply. Not really reapply. It's a Monday. Touch their application is the easiest way to say. Touch their application, do an SCP, but they didn't really have any changes except for they'll get additional tax credits. If you do not touch their application, they will get that tax credit on the back end. But as we know, some of our folks that are in dire need of money may need us to do that on the front end. Benefits Pro has a article that says the stimulus bill COBRA credits should be popular with employers. Now, that gives the employees free COBRA coverage for a short period of time, and the employer will get it through their payroll taxes, will get their reimbursed through their payroll taxes. Please mark your calendar to join us on March 30th when we do a deep dive into the American Rescue Plan Act by Angie Sura. You need to know about this. It could be that COBRA is not right for your client, and it could be that it is right. And come September 1st, when they pay full premium, you have a plan B for them. Benefits Pro also has an article, the latest stimulus bill includes healthcare premium relief. I've touched on that. Absolutely, it does. Not only does it have premium relief for under 400% of poverty, it also has relief for those above 400% of poverty. So those in states where you're not able to do a two-man group, husband and wife, or like in Louisiana, it's been a little bit tougher, then those might be some that you look at that they might get a tax credit, and it might bring those premiums down. The Wagner Law Group has also put an article together that's in our Monday News that talks about all the pieces and parts in the American Rescue Plan Act, the dependent care assistance. We talked about the COBRA. Let's see. I wanted to, there's some pension information in here. And let's see if there's something else I want to touch on that the Wagner Law Firm put together. They do a wonderful job. So take a look at this. I've had some agents ask, can I forward this to my clients? Absolutely, as long as you keep all the Wagner information on there so they get credit for this information. HAFA always, as you'll see when you click on the article, you know exactly who put it out there. It's not HAFA. We didn't create it. We're just sharing information that we've picked up from other folks. There's also a American Rescue Plan Marketplace from CMS that gives you some pieces and parts of what's included. You know, it's not just the stimulus check that so many folks know about. There's a lot of things that are included. Take a look at that. Also, not only did CMS put together a sheet, so did HHS. So you'll also find an HHS press release that is also a fact sheet on the American Rescue Plan Act. Let's see what else we have. I'm beating you up about this because there's so many important pieces and parts, but I also included in the Monday Morning News something from the Kaiser Foundation. And the reason I do that is, as you know me, I don't look at one piece of information as the truth. I always go to at least 3 because each piece is going to tell us maybe a little bit different and a little bit more that we need to know. So absolutely, I'm going to include as much as possible. There was a very cool presentation that I missed, but it was by Health Equity. It's COVID relief that our chairwoman of the board, Trish Freeman, participated in, and we've included that. She said it was very informative, very good. Remember, March 30th, put it on your calendar. Medicare for All has been reintroduced in the House with significant Democratic support, and you will see this on the Hill. And basically, it was reintroduced. However, they still don't think it has the legs to pass because some of the Democrats are not all for Medicare for All and absolutely not the Republicans. So when you get over to the Senate, when you have a 50-50 split and not all the Democrats are for this bill, you're going to have trouble passing it. But know that HAFA is in undoubtedly, totally, no question, against Medicare for All. Just a note again about the disclosure on direct and indirect compensation. Please make sure that you're paying close attention to this. It does go into effect 12/27. I reached out to CMS again asking, hey, I know you haven't placed our person, but should we hear something in the near future? So know that I'm staying on top of this, and as soon as I can get a meeting, I will be going to Washington to meet with the folks that are going to promulgate the rules on the questions that we have come up with, our legislative team. Let's see. I had this stack is huge. I do want to point out something that was a little bit concerning. If you're a NAHU member and you're in Louisiana, they have come out in support of the state exchange, and I have a feeling they do not, or they have not done their due diligence to find out exactly what's going on with this bill. So I would encourage you to ask them to please take a second glance at it. And I am happy, of course, to talk to anyone about it. That's another piece from CMS. Ameriflex put something together about COBRA. The PA Resource Center put together about unpacking the American Rescue Plan Act. Very thorough information. I know you don't want to read all this, and that's why you have to join our webinar on the 30th. Make sure to register. Spaces are going to be limited. Let's see. Absolutely, that might be all I wanted to really share, which is amazing. I went through it pretty fast because I didn't go into detail on some of the information, but I did want to share with you our summit, August 26th, 27th at Nottoway Plantation. I am very excited about bringing a summit to you in a manner that I feel is going to be COVID responsible, where we'll be able to spread out. We'll have the whole place to ourselves. We can, we'll have the ballroom to ourselves where everybody can, feel safe. If you feel unsafe about COVID-19, we'll have the ability to spread out. The other thing I want to tell you about is very excited that I've decided on Thursday night. Normally we have a luau or we go to the French Quarter or whatever. I've decided we're going to have a murder mystery party. If you've never participated in a murder mystery party, it is absolutely so much fun. So what we'll ask is on your registration form, and that is on the website, that you go ahead and say, yes, I'd like to participate. And yes, I would like to bring, a spouse or a significant other, whatever. And closer to the event, we'll email you who you are, who your character is. And feel free to dress in your character, speak in your character, talk in your character. And as the night goes on, you'll get new clues. Now, we won't know who is the murderer, and we won't know who got murdered to the very end, because throughout the night, you're getting more clues. But it's a hoot. It's a lot of fun. It'll be a way for us to get to know each other just a little bit better and to show maybe some of our crazy side. We'll have heavy hors d'oeuvres and cocktails, so everybody will be able to get their belly full and get some food. I know we have some people that have some allergy issues. That is also on the registration form. We will make sure that those are taken care of. Know that we've had some questions about COVID. We'll adhere to the CDC rules, whatever they are, as they change and go forward. But know that we have a big, massive place to have our summit. As soon as I sign the contract, which should be this week, they'll give us a link to go ahead and pick your rooms. You want to go ahead and pick your rooms quickly. There are, I think, 4 rooms in the mansion. And then there are little cottages that are little, if you're from the South, I don't know if y'all have them in the North, but we call them duplexes. So they're little cottages, and they're fairly new. They haven't been there that long. And they have like two like apartments to each side. And then they have some areas that have suites. If you like a bigger suite, they have those also. We'll have a reception on Wednesday night as folks come in the mansion. We'll have one of our sponsors sponsor that, so you'll get to know our sponsors. You'll get to know our speakers. We're starting to get our speakers now, and we'll be working on CE. So as soon as you can get registered so I know that you're coming from your state, because sometimes it can get a little hairy getting the CE for all those things and all those dates. I am trying to lock down 3 ethics hours, which would be huge for those that need ethic hours. So I'm working on that. I'll keep you posted on what happens with that. But August 26th, 27th, it's best to fly into Baton Rouge. It's closer. It's about an hour and a half from New Orleans, about 40 from Baton Rouge. We're trying to work out a way to possibly get a van to drive folks from Baton Rouge to Nottoway. If your flight fits into that schedule, that might be something that helps out. Or you might want to fly into New Orleans, stay a couple of days, rent a car, and drive in. Whatever you think is best for you. But just make sure to put on your calendar March 30th. Make sure to mark your calendar the first Wednesday of every month for our Monday morning, our Power Hour, and then the summit, August 26th, 27th. Get ready for a lot of fun. I think we all need to see each other. We all need to interact. We all need to learn. We have some huge things to learn about. We will have a CE on the commission transparency. We'll know more by then. By then, I'll be in Washington. And also the American Rescue Plan Act, the COBRA, the things like that, the things that we need to know about. So that was a lot. I hope you have a wonderful week. Call me if you need anything. Send me an email. Much love. I am blessed and honored to represent the freedom fighters, the best of the best, the cream of the crop, HAFA. Have a great day.